English grammar. Preposition of movement made easy with definitions and examples. Preposition of movement are words that help us describe how someone or something moves from one place to another. They are important in sentences when we talk about direction or movement. Common prepositions of movement, for example, to, through, and across, are commonly used. By learning and using prepositions of movement, we can explain where someone is going or how something is moving. This makes our sentences clearer and easier to understand when describing actions or directions. Common preposition of movement examples. Basic preposition of movement. 1. To movement towards a place. This preposition shows movement from one place to another. It indicates that someone or something is moving towards a specific destination. Example sentences. He is going to the gym. We are heading to the park. 2. Into entering a space. Into is used when someone or something enters a defined or enclosed space. It implies a change from being outside to being inside. Example sentences. The bird flew into the house. She threw the paper into the bin. 3. Onto, moving onto a surface. Onto describes movement to a surface. It indicates that someone or something is moving from one place onto a surface, usually from below. Example sentences. He placed the books onto the shelf. The dog jumped onto the couch. Advanced preposition of movement. Through, moving from one side to another. Through is used when something moves within a space or object from one side to another, like going inside and coming out the other side. Example sentences. The car drove through the tunnel. We walked through the forest. 2. Over, moving above without touching. Over is used when something moves from one side to another while staying above it, without making contact. Example sentences. The bird flew over the lake. He jumped over the fence. 3. Around, moving in a circular direction. Around describes circular motion or movement surrounding something. It shows the idea of moving along the outer edge. Example sentences. They walked around the building. The moon moves around the earth. Differences between prepositions of movement. Understanding the differences between prepositions is key to using them correctly. Here is a table that highlights the subtle differences between some commonly confused prepositions of movement. Prepositions of movement in real-life situations. Movement in travel. Prepositions of movement are very useful when talking about travel, directions, and motion. Example sentences. We drove through the city on our way to the countryside. The train goes past several villages before reaching its final stop. Movement in sports. In sports, we often describe actions using prepositions of movement to indicate the direction and flow of the game. Example sentences. The ball went over the goalpost. He ran around the track twice. Example sentences of preposition of movement.